Peace, y'all. What's the deal? What's going on? It's your man, the Optic Prophet, the facilitator, the ultimate MC EyeFlo. I'm here kicking it with my man DME, my man Rich. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the people tuned in. And if you didn't know, you are now tuned in with the Urban Product. So make sure you get familiar, get yourself privy. Y'all know what it is, man. Tap in.
Yo, you already know what it is. You're listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy DME.
It's your boy Cozy Rich.
And we are joined by a very special guest today. We have in the building MC EyeFlo, residing all the way from Boston, Massachusetts. My brother took a trip up over here, came to kick it with the homies. Long time coming. Brother, how you been doing today?
I'm good, man. It's fresh from work, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for having me, man. I've been watching, I've been waiting, man. We've been building. I'm good, man. I'm happy to be here.
It's good to have you. It's good to have you, brother.
Appreciate y'all. Word up.
But yeah, we back. We got Kat in the studio holding us down as always over here at MCM. Here to bring you true stories from people who live in the communities. You feel me? So I went ahead, brought out MC EyeFlo. This is a brother that I had the pleasure of meeting at the Sound Lab maybe close to a year ago.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, close to a year ago.
Well, actually, were you there the first time I performed?
Yeah.
So there's been over a year.
Okay, so a little over a year. Yeah. He came on. Yeah. He pulled up to the testing lab that we hold bi-weekly at the Sound Lab over in Brockton. He came. He performed a couple of records. This time, it was just by yourself. You weren't with Clockwise yet. Yeah. Just by yourself. But he came on, performed. I've never heard of the man, but he came on stage, told us what he was about, performed his joint, and I was sold. You feel me? I was sold. The man's energy throughout the performance. He had the capability of just rocking the crowd. His crowd control was impeccable. Like, he had me doing the same shit that he was doing on stage, and I think maybe without context, he may have thought I was mocking him, but the shit was just so fire that I'm like, yo, bro, I feel you. Like I feel you. So the crowd control was like that. It was really fire. Took the time, months after that, would see him at the Sound Lab repeatedly, chop it up, have conversation. I had the opportunity to learn more about his story, get into his music, and now it brought us all the way here. And, you know, I thought it was about time that we bring him on the platform just so we can have the audience learn more about his story and the music and the man behind all of that. You feel me? So I want to go ahead and just take the time to give our audience an intro on you in case they're not too familiar.
Okay.
So we give them just this time to learn about you, and then we can get into all the good shit.
Word.
But let's start things off with this, right? Easy icebreaker. The name, where does it come from?
MC EyeFlo. So, you know, first of all, I appreciate, you know, that introduction, that segue. I just want to say that I take moving the crowd seriously. I'm an MC. Mm-hmm. That's what I do. That's why MC is in my name. You know, there's nothing like being in touch with the people. You know what I mean? Yeah, we might make art for us. It might come from us and what we feel, but you know, at the end of the day, somehow, some way, we want to touch people. So that's what I aspire to do. EyeFlo, EYEFLO. Basically, you know, obviously, you know, for those who've met me, you know, I'm my eye is different, you know, but my vision is different. My flow is different. Nobody does anything the way I do it. You know what I mean? So I figured that I would embrace, you know, my blessing, you know, of being different. And I would basically let that be how I'm known to people. EyeFlo. You know what I mean? What does he do? Who's this guy? Well, he flows. That's EyeFlo. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where MC EyeFlo comes from. EYEFLO, but the MC is first because, again, I move the crowd.
MC stands for move crowd. I like that.
Shit.
That's bars within bars.
That,
yeah. That's
I was thinking traditional MC. Yeah, I like that.
I didn't make that up. You know what I'm saying? That's classic. That's real hip hop shit. Mm-hmm. That's Rakim. MC means move the crowd. Like that's real hip hop origin. You know what I'm saying? And I embody that. I am hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I really love it. It's deep.
Mm-hmm. Where does this energy come from? Because I could tell you really mean the shit you saying. You really about it. So like, where is this coming from?
Honestly, my earliest memories of hip hop. My earliest memories of riding around with my mother in the car. You know, single mom, music, hip hop. It's just that's something that I just always took to heart. I remember being young and like 2-3 years old. I remember hearing Tupac swear and asking my mom if I could say that bad word. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. Music's the one constant in my life aside from me, and even me, I'm always evolving. So music is the one constant thing that is in my life. People will come and go, you know what I mean, and money will come and go, materials come and go, but music for me, I can listen to something from 1997 and like, yo, play that Buster and be situated. You know what I mean? I'll play some Temptations, be situated. Music is the one thing, but for hip hop, that's just really what I love. Like, that's just what it is. Like I said, early memories of my mom playing Tupac, and when I was young, about 11 or 12, she gave me a Biggie CD, and that's who taught me how to rap. So, and I lost my mind. So, but just that's it. That's the one thing I'm sure about. Music is the one thing I am sure about, if nothing else. If nothing else and nobody else, I'm sure about music. That's where it comes from.
I think I understand where the confidence came from for that set he did at the Sound Lab.
Yeah.
I see it.
Nah, for sure. Earliest memory of music?
Shoot, I just literally being about 2 years old.
Yeah, you said Biggie, right?
No, Tupac. Asking to say the swear word, yeah.
Asking to say a swear. And that, and okay, I'll throw you another one since I mentioned that one. I remember being about 3 or 4 years old, me, my mother, and one of her friends, we went out to eat. We were waiting for the food to come, and the Men in Black theme song was about to come on.
Will Smith?
And I knew it. Like, even now to this day, there's certain things I just, when they say when you lack in one sense, you make up for it in your other senses. My other senses are very strong, right?
That's true.
So my hearing is impeccable. Like, I can hear something and it's pretty good. So I heard the dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it. It was about to come on, and mind you, I'm like 3, 4 years old, and I'm telling her, "Oh, Men," and I'm getting excited, like, "Oh, Men in Black," and she's like, "What are you talking about?" Right? A couple seconds later, she hears Will Smith rapping, and the song comes on, and she's like, "Oh, he knew the song."
Yeah.
So things like that, like, you know what I'm saying? That's one of my earliest memories.
You always
of
had
music.
an ear for music, it sounds like.
Always. Like, I remember being like the Temptation, like, just so, bro. I have too many. I can't even. I'm not even going, bro.
I
There's
feel
too
you.
many.
I feel
I love the
you.
energy though. Nah, I love it.
Because honestly, all the real shit's gonna last. All that other bullshit is here today and gone tomorrow. That's real shit. So, you know, I feel you when you say that. Honestly, like, I feel like everybody at that same era, you know, the 90s, literally mid-90s and on, if you were there for that era, it changed the course of hip-hop, specifically the early 90s. So if you were around in that era, or if you were born around that era, I feel like every person is going to pinpoint that as the pivotal point that, like, got them into making music. And I feel you. I remember when I heard Biggie, my first time hearing Biggie, you know? My first time hearing Biggie, it wasn't Juicy. It wasn't Hypnotized.
Right.
It was, let me see. Niggas is mad, I get more butt than ashtray.
Fuck a fair
man, I get mine the fast way, the ski mask way. Leave a ransom note.
Fall from handsome, but damn a nigga toe. More guns
than roses, foes.
Shaking in they boots, invisible bully. Like the goose disappeared, then moose you whack to me. Take them rhymes back to the factory. I see the gimmicks, the whack lyrics. The shit is depressing, pathetic. Please forget it. You're mad cause my style you're admiring.
Don't be mad, UPS is hiring. You feel
With that freestyle, you're bound to get shot.
Facts.
He said, not from Houston, but I rap a lot. I pack the gat a lot. The flavor's about to drop. Like, nigga, like what?
Facts. I heard flavor in your ear for the first time, bro.
Oh,
and
that's
I was
who taught
like,
me how
whoa.
to rap. That's who taught me how to rap. That's who taught. Like Biggie, Nas, and Busta. Those are my top three. You can
influences or just.
Oh, I would say influences. I would say influences. I mean, like my top five. Well, you can get into that another time or whatever. But like those three dudes right there. Those are my top three. Biggie, Nas, and Busta. Like they man.
No bullshit. Even though Biggie only had like a good 3-4 years on him, I don't think to this day I've met an artist or a rapper who could just get their lines off as smooth as he can. His delivery was just so smooth. His cadences and shit. Like to this day, there's mad people who mimicked him growing up, but I'm like, nah, that sauce. I don't find too many people that still got that sauce.
That originality. You have to be original. Like even that's where people get it messed up. Like even now, a lot of people who make music, it's like just because you like someone doesn't mean you should sound like them.
Mm-hmm.
That's where a lot of people have it messed up. You know what I'm saying? Let Biggie have his style. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let everybody have their own style. Everyone's trying, like you said, steal the sauce. Like, nah, you can't do that. It don't come from you. It's not yours.
I remember that quotable. Yours. I remember that quotable on another show that you did. It's all right, we'll get into that. Facts. We'll get into that. But with that being said, talking about sound styles, let's get the people familiar with MC EyeFlo's sound and style before we continue with the talk. And, you know, people listening who don't know, they're like, yo, what the fuck are they talking about? Well, my homie just dropped a single with friends of the show, actually. Shout out to my dog, Monavelli. She pulled up to the Urban Products maybe a few years ago. He linked up with Monavelli, produced by Clockwise. You feel me?
The System, Chess Clan, y'all know that.
You feel me? And we'll talk about Chess Clan, engineered by another friend of the show, Devo the Genius.
The System.
You know, it's a lot of community building over here. You feel me? Like, you're gonna see all the pieces fall into place anytime you see somebody enter the circle. You feel me? Shit. Once you enter the chamber. Bo, go ahead, introduce this record for the people. First time hearing
look, so dig this. For all the people who haven't heard this, if you're not familiar, let me get you familiar, let me get you privy. This is Charged Up by yours truly, MC EyeFlo, featuring the talented, the gifted Monavelli, produced by the motherfucking incredible Clockwise, and engineered by the genius Devo. So let's get it going, my man.
You can actually turn the vocals up on this one.
I get it live, I'm charged up. I don't got time for none of that small stuff. I got you off my mind, I bossed up. Baby, I'm the back, you from with me, you fucked up. You know I get it live, I'm charged up. I don't got time for none of that small stuff. I got you off my mind, I bossed up. Baby, I'm the back, you from with me, you fucked up. You know we getting it charged 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 up. Flow wicked, nah, they can't forget it. When I bust rhymes, yeah, you know the mode flipping. Water ain't wet if this ain't hitting. Don't ever get it twisted, this ain't tricking. I got money, see, I don't got time. I spend a couple dollars on a dime. And you look like you need some excitement in your life. I've been there before, I had to get it right. Embrace the light, now I dictate the vibe. Get up in your bag, get them off your mind. Get up on your grind, leave the suckers left behind to shine. You know we get it live, I'm charged up. I don't got time for none of that small stuff. I got you off my mind, I bossed up. Baby, I'm the bag, you fumble me, you fucked up. You know we get it live, I'm charged up. I don't got time for none of that small stuff. I got you off my mind, I bossed up. Baby, I'm the bag, you fumble me, you fucked up. You know we getting it charged 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 up.
Even more seen
now you don't know what to do. What? She talk crazy, nigga.
You didn't, now you mad at the wealth. Look at the stealth. I'm sitting the highest up on the shelf. I raised the pedestal, ass incredible, grew up myself. How am I wrong? Because I did it without you could vouch. I let it go because you fuck with my house. This pretty mouth could do a million in damage.
Talk.
Said I'm not active, I'm trying to deal with them like
bad children. They all actors,
10 out of 10 times I made it happen. I'm charged up, blowing gas.
Drop the casket.
No spinning back unless you got
bags for the offering.
Get my lick back
every time, that's on guard now. She's crazy, nigga. What?
I don't got time for
none of that small stuff. I got you off my mind, I bossed up. This is real shit, this is empowering. You know I get it live, I'm charged up. I don't got time for none of that small stuff. I got you off my mind,
I bossed up. Baby, I'm the bag, you fumble me, you fucked up. You know we getting it charged 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 up. Get light with it. Do your bounce with it.
You feel me? And shout out to Mello for the video. You feel me? Video came out fire.
Mello, man. Shout out to Speak Truth. Shout out to everybody involved for that video, man. That's video of the year. No one's gonna tell me different until I see something epic. It gotta be epic. Respectfully.
Nah.
Respectfully.
Tell me the inspiration behind the song, though.
Honestly, bro, just I'm a person, man. I have feelings, I deal with things, I deal with people, and it's like, I won't say anybody specific, but it's just one of those things, like, you know who I am? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
I'm him moment.
Like, oh yeah, I have a lot of those. Him Jones, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and at the end of the day, it's like, yo, I get it live. I'm sorry, I don't have time for none of that small stuff. Like, literally, it's that simple. I got you off my mind. I bossed up. I'm the bag. If you fumble me, you fucked up. Like, I am it, like me, because I'm valuable. So if you lose me, regardless of how you lose me, whether it's a friendship, relationship, like business-wise, you lose me, you fucked up.
You fumbled.
Because I get it live. You fumbled it. You fumbled me, you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of just where it came from. And it's like, just even the lyrics is just real, It's just having fun. It's a mixture of having fun, but empowering myself, because it's like, yo, you know who I am?
Yeah, it's
like,
an uplifting joint for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's what it is. Usually that's different for me, like, because that's not, usually I'm rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, just barring up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this was different for me, but I like this. This gave me more confidence to do other shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Other things like this, and really explore and experience. So yeah.
I love that for you. I love that you are willing to dip into that and actually work with experiencing with some new sounds. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I listen to artists and I feel like a lot of the shit will be predictable, like, for example, if I see a new song from artist A, or I can make it easy. If I see a song from fucking Young Nudie, for example, I know exactly what that's about to sound like.
Yeah.
I know exactly what it's about to sound like. It's gonna be hard, but I know what it's gonna sound like.
Yeah.
But I think it's dope when artists are able to maybe stay in that pocket, but maybe try tweaking it a little bit so we can get something refreshing. Or maybe just try working with some incredibly new that they never thought that would work. But once they put it out, they say, oh, shit, that shit was actually a slam dunk. You feel me?
Something new and familiar at the same time.
Shit's important. I feel like shit like that's important as an artist. I feel like everybody should take risks and experiment with shit. Because you will never know what might work for you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I was talking to you specifically about Charged Up because I thought it was so dope just because with the song, I feel like you can incorporate your dancing in it. And I feel like many people out there don't even know that you dance.
Nah,
but you feel me? But like with a joint like this, when I heard it, I heard it and I smiled because I'm like, yeah, this sounds true to him. You feel me? Like you said it earlier, like there's only one version or there's only one copy of you. You feel me?
Literally.
Like there's only one original version. There's no other duplicates out there. You can try to sound like a duplicate, but at the same point, you were not the original person. Yeah. So if you are the original person that's putting this shit out there, nobody can kind of take that from you because only you sound like that.
Right, absolutely.
You feel me?
What's the story with getting Mona Velli on the track? How did that happen?
Mona's the homie. Velli's the homie. That's she's good people. I see her at the lab working. I've been knowing her for about a year, maybe a year and some change. I've seen her perform many times. She actually, and because of her work ethic and how I seen her give it up, I asked her to perform at my showcase. I had a showcase back in September, and she did her thing there. So we've been locked in for a while. She, like I said, she's good people. She does business well. She's a talented artist. And with me, I was like, okay, I could do this. You know what I'm saying? But I wanna appeal to different people, and I wanted to have a counterpart. I'm a male. I wanted to have a female counterpart talk. Talk that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Because women get it live too. You know what I'm saying? And she get it live. Nobody gets it live to her. You know what I'm saying? For the ladies that I know, she gets it live. You know what I'm saying? Not, you know what I'm saying? So not that other women ain't getting it live. You know what I'm saying? There's the women out here in mass in general are doing their thing. Let me just say that now. All the ladies out here, shout out to y'all for just working and grinding. But yeah, Mona Velli, she be live, man. She gets it live on stage, especially. So for a live song, for an enthusiastic song, I think about performing that. Like, that's gonna be stupid. that's going to be stupid. If you haven't seen me perform, I truly am an experience, and I can stand on that. I'm not saying
love
it.
this shit.
I love it.
Yeah, I can stand on it. Everything I say in real time, I can back up in real time. You can quote me on it, do what you want to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
before we get into any other questions, you got any shows pulling up?
No, and that's where being who I am is fun and it's challenging because I'm not making the music that everybody's making. It kind of gets a little interesting, and then I'm still learning. I'm still expanding and learning how to network. So that's where I'm gonna be accountable. I'm still trying to learn how to get my foot in the doors, but I'm also I'm not paying everybody to perform either. I'm not one of those. I'm not a hoe. You know, I'm a performance hoe. I'm not an artist who's just here. I got $350. Let me open up. No, I'm not doing that. So a lot of these shows, certain platforms are cliquey. Not all of them. I'm not shouting. I'm not gonna say anybody, but certain platforms and who event holders and show holders are cliquey. So the artists will be all of a certain caliber, and y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't even gotta go into it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard. Every now and again, shout out to the people who do book me. You know what I'm saying? Who do rock with me. But it's few and far in between. So that's why I tend to make my own things happen. That's why I had my own showcase. Because a lot of times I get, you know how often I get that question? Like, yo, bro, when are you performing? Because honestly, and I'll say this, I'm one of the best performers out here. I'm one of the best performers out here.
You see this right here?
I'm telling you.
He signed you at the Sound Lab, and just the way you're talking and me hearing your music and loving your lyricism and just the way you go about it, it's just like, yeah, I'm loving the energy and I want to see that shit live because I kind of do believe what you're saying right now. Because I could hear the truth in how much you really feel that shit behind what you're saying.
I'm not saying it because like I'm not coming on here and saying this like I'm the same way off camera. I know how to conduct myself, obviously, in front of, professionally. But, bro, I'm like this in real time. So this is, because I love what I love. This is me. This is me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, on stage, I am an anomaly. I am a phenom. I love because I love it. I just love it. It's just it literally it makes me like, ooh, I can't. It's you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say there's something wrong with me, but dog, I'm bugged out over this shit. I love it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I can talk that way because I know how I feel about it. Like I said, if I'm not sure about anything else, music is what I'm sure about.
This shit right here. You put in the time and hard work and dedication behind this shit.
Literally, bro.
Yeah, and I'm see it in the passion.
I'm still figuring it out. That's the beautiful part, bro. I'm still figuring it all out. I'm over here moving away from I'm still figuring it out. And look at me. You see what I'm saying? That's because now I'm starting to get passionate. Yeah. So now I'm over here. But that's really how I feel about it. And that's how I feel on stage. That's what I put on stage. I don't even use, I guess it's smart for certain shows, but I use raw vocals. I don't have show mixes.
Oh. But with your tracks, it makes sense why you would just go for
but you would
raw
be,
vocals.
Bro, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many rappers, MCs, do have show mixes.
Yeah, but do you want to know why I say that? Why it makes sense for you to just go like raw vocals? Because of your delivery, your flow and your cadences. Mad people need show mixes just so they have a spot to take a breath, or like maybe however they lay down the track was just a bunch of punch-ins. Yeah. So like they can't really perform it to the magnitude that they laid it down in the studio. Right. But with your music, and how you literally deliver your lyrics, you could punch in for every other bar and I wouldn't know because MC EyeFlo, everything flows in a way where he could convince me that, I recorded that all in one take. I'm like, oh yeah, I probably believe it because it just sounds natural like that. You feel me? Right. So that's why I could believe you when you say like, I don't come up, I just do raw vocals. I'm like, I mean, you probably don't need it because you performing, everyone's following along. It's not like anyone's like falling off. You feel me? Yeah. So I feel you.
Yeah. Nah, I appreciate that, man. But that's just how enthusiastic I am. So I mean, honestly, look, if when y'all watch this,
you're gonna hear every word he says as he's performing too. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's another thing. You hear every word he says as he's performing.
So you said before when you started that passionate speech about yourself, you said that you're not making music like the rest of these niggas out here.
Yeah.
How would you describe the music you're making, the sound that you have, for the people that aren't really too familiar, only heard Charged Up?
Modern nostalgia.
Elaborate.
So basically, it's something new and familiar at the same time. It sounds like somebody now. It sounds like somebody from this time it sounds like somebody from this time bringing you essence from the golden era. It sounds like somebody bringing you to a feeling of music, like back when McDonald's sold toys with their food. You know what I'm saying? Like rubber duckies. You know what I'm saying? Like ring pops. It gives you it smells like watermelon. You know, the 90s.
Brings you back in time.
To the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Brings you you know what I'm saying? But you know it's now. You know it's from somebody who's aware and just of how people feel now, of how somebody might be feeling now because of what's happening now. Like we don't have the same problems from then. You know what I'm saying? The topics, the way that we perceive things, the way that we talk has advanced because life has advanced. So you know it's somebody now, but they're giving you a feeling of then. So that's why it's modern nostalgia, if I could describe my music.
I feel that. Like our version of Fight the Power would sound different today.
Yeah.
But it's still possible.
It's like, what is it? This is America. That's like today's Fight the Power in a sense. Or the Black of the Berry, maybe. Okay. You know what I'm saying? The Black of the Berry. I'll do one better. The Black of the Berry is like today's version of Fight the Power. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole, but it doesn't, it's a different feeling.
It is.
It's a completely different feeling.
You know what's funny about that? Before you came in, I was telling them I was listening to Chess Clan.
Okay.
And
appreciate you.
Yeah, and that's just fire.
Thank you, bro.
And I was telling them, I feel like I'm back in the 90s. Like this is some throwback shit. Like this gives me a throwback vibe.
Yeah.
So what you just said right there definitely resonates, and I tell people to check that shit out too, because you're definitely gonna feel what he's saying.
That's where the music was real, bro. Like that's where like it's just.
So how do you feel about the music nowadays then?
It depends on where I'm looking, because like looking around me, I'm not mad. Like when I look like right now, I'm not mad at me. When I look around me, I have people like Erdnase the Weapon. You know, I have Clockwise. You know what I'm saying? I have a Sheesh. You know what I'm saying? I have, a Maystar. I have a C4.
Shout out Reef.
I have a Reef. I have a Monavelli. I have a Queen. You know what I'm saying? I have like Mini Clay. I have like a Red Shades, a Oompa.
Shout out to Shades.
So out here, I'm not mad out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I have a Jay Gatz. I have a Mike Hyde. I have different people.
I just love that you
know
could have kept going. I
talent.
love that he could have.
I can keep going.
The scene has improved so much.
I have
the past
different
5,
people.
bro.
So out here, when I look around, I'm not mad at music. That's out here. But when I'm looking, outwardly, I would say it's hard. Cause Griselda, they doing their thing. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? And they're making it cool for everyone to rap again, for the real rappers to rap again. So shout out to them. At least over here on the East Coast, because on the West Coast you've been have Kendrick and you had Nipsey, you had a couple people who've been putting in that work for some time. But out here in the East Coast, nobody was really spitting aside from Jada and and Fab, and they're in the Locks in them.
Oh geez,
you know what I'm saying? In East, but it's just different. It's a different, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, but like I said, aside from like I said, East, the Locks, and then every now and again when one of the old school heads, one of the old head comes out with something new, it's fire. Like when Busta come out with something, okay, cool. When Havoc and Styles P did they think cool. So there's certain music I can look for, but I have to go look for it. Nothing that's really out here excites me. I don't really get excited. And I'm at the point now, if I'm being completely honest, I'm so engulfed into the art I'm making and looking to make that I'm not even looking outside a lot of times. You know what I mean? A lot of times I'm not even, I remember like being young and hearing artists talk about that, and it never resonated with me until I would say within like the last year or so. I'm so focused on, I have so much, when I get beats, like I'm trying to get to all of them, but I don't rush them. But like, I'm like, yo, I'm not even listening to nobody else. It took, you know how long it took me to listen to Nas's, what was it, Magic album? You know what I'm saying? Like, and Nas is my favorite rapper. It came out in December 2021. I didn't listen to that until like maybe March or April because I was so focused on what I got. That's how, you know what I'm saying? But Nas now is dropping every year or two. But beyond that, nobody excites me. So the music out here, how do I feel about it? To sum it up, I'm not excited about it. If it's not when I'm around the people that I either know or I am within the same vicinity of, I'm not excited about it.
Paying attention to it.
I feel that. Only bump the family.
Yeah.
I hear that. We mentioned my dog earlier, so I do want to talk about him, but I want people to become familiar with who I'm about to talk about too, because it's an interesting duo that they got going on. And, you know, it's like one half is cool, but if I had clockwise here, the energy that both of them would give off to each other would be immaculate. So I do want to shout out my dog real quick. And you mentioned Chess Clan earlier, so I do want to play another record. Literally, how Flo is, bro, he'll show me unreleased music, and he'll show me like fire, right? But he could show me the same song that he performed, but I wouldn't get it really until I see him perform it. You feel me? Like, do you understand what I'm
showing you just the vocals?
Like he could show me he could show me an MP3, and I could be like, "Oh, this is hard," but it might not really hit me how it's supposed to hit me until I see him doing it live.
That's how I felt about Playboy Cardi shit. That's how I felt about Playboy. It did not hit until you see it live.
I feel you.
That's
he actually kind of turns up, surprisingly. I'm not mad at him. Like, there's a couple tracks. He got some.
Not saying similar music, but that's what I think. Yeah,
I keep my ear like that. It's not like that. I just can't feel everything. I'll give things a try. But if I don't like it, I don't like it. If, like Big Crit used to say this: if it don't touch my soul, I can't listen to it.
I feel that, and that's what they were able to do with this record. And literally every time I hear some shit I like, I'm on the search for it. You feel me? I'm like, yo, where's it at? I need it. I saw them perform this song. My man sent it to my email that same night, and I was bumping it. And then they put it out on streaming platforms, and I said, say less. So let's go ahead and let the rest of this world.
You got any performances on YouTube? Because the way. I need to see a performance, bro.
Keep your eyes open.
You know what's crazy? Yo, my Instagram got hacked a couple months ago. I used to have mad clips. I got some clips, like when we get off here, I got some clips I can show you. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, no, I'm like that in real time. But
facts. Nigga stomping on stage, bro.
Yeah, I got some shit for you. I got some clips for you.
All right,
shout out to my nigga Rep. He used to say, I got some clips for you.
I ain't gonna lie, like having him right here, that energy is contagious. I want to see that shit, bro.
It only continues. All right?
And bro, the thing is, I'm still tapped. It's only gonna get crazier, bro.
Facts.
But let's let my man's trying to play the track.
Cutting them off.
Nah, it's great. It's fire. You feel me? So this track I'm about to play right now is off of the collaborative tape called Talking on the Board. You feel me? It's by Chess Clan, which is MC EyeFlo and Clockwise. Track I'm about to play right now is called Sun Tzu. You feel me? On all streaming platforms. Make sure you check it out. You feel me?
Yo, Clockwise dick. Yo,
we're not fucking around.
Chess Clan Clockwise, nigga. Oh my goodness.
Look, it's really dope seeing them live, bro. Real rap.
Yo, I'm nothing like these suckers. Therefore, yo, I separate. I'm really him. Niggas get privy, try to replicate. I build beats, my pen heat. Get done by session 8. Walking spectacle, planetary, giving off retrograde. Chess Clan Parliament off your shit. To settle the argument, better hope before the impact. You guard your chin. Every hit we on equal weak. Niggas deficit. Not a beat wasted like the 9. Letting off the hit. Niggas wanna collaborate with his prerequisites. Yo, look in the camera, tell the world that you respect our shit. We're bringing back substance. We built this from nothing. Chess Clan moving, just know that niggas up to something. The system, strategy at war on my Sun Tzu. Word is born true. Now the action gotta come through. So it's due. I ain't gotta tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm breaking math down to a science by the chess move. System, strategy at war on my Sun Tzu. Word is born true. Now the action gotta come through. So it's due. I ain't gotta tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm breaking math down to a science by the chess move.
When I come through on my Sun Tzu, it won't be kung fu. That get you done, fool. I got the spark and the spunk too. Challenge me, get smoked like the run suit. Lines over your head like a sunroof. Y'all doing coke instead of mushrooms? I can never trust you. Hate to bust your bubble, but we bust moves. This goes for every race and every gender. It's like some Uggs. In fact, actually, I'ma terminate you all. All my gang is calm. Quickest on the draw, make you all dissolve. EyeFlo P, rise havoc. Just the new quiet storm, reign with the force of God. Ancestors chose me to take us all beyond. You don't wanna work, I don't wanna talk. It's a simple thought. What's a Klondike to these Wakanda bars? Let me smoke this blizz while you ponder on. You can think about it, man. I know you need to. Take a moment.
real rap.
Do it back like a boomerang. Boom bap when I do my thing. A cool cat, but don't play no games. When you ask about the blast, I won't say no names. Just know it came from the clan of pain. Opposition gets splattered like a can of paint. Everywhere. New school like Benny the Butcher. Old school like that Dana Dane. This music heavy, but I ain't no tank. Chess Clan on the scene, you better check your mate.
The system, strategy of war on my son too. Word is born true, now the action gotta come through. The system is due, I ain't gotta tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm breaking math down to a science by the chess move. System, strategy of war on my son too. Word is born true, now the action gotta come through. The system is due, I ain't gotta tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm breaking math down to a science by the chess move. System.
I'm curious.
Well, I gotta play. I'm sorry. I gotta play one more.
Please.
I gotta just play one more because, like, bro, the energy is. This is what put me on to EyeFlo. This is the first record I heard from this man.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Is this the performance?
This is the first performance I heard from this man. I just want to play this record, and then we can talk about Chess Clan. But Clockwise did this too, right? Let's talk.
Watch how I get down to get these
When I saw him perform this record, I was like, oh nah, hold on, let me go talk to this man real quick.
Ain't no hide and seek. I went to work today, I wasn't on a private beach. I praise the sky, I get to roll this weed. All this call center might fuck around and get the best of me. Homie, best believe I'm focused now. Let me change my life. Can't get left behind, so nigga, watch me get it right. They all got bones to pick with you when you bonafide. Little do they know how much I've been traumatized. They not powerful enough to look me right up in my eyes. That's exactly why tunnel vision to the prize. Need my paper maximized. Seeking you shall find. Fuck that, I'm in debt and out my mind. No more wasting time, hunting down all of mine. Dollar bills, manhunt. Watch how I get down to get these bands up. You wasn't there, so you wouldn't understand, huh? And if you fed up like me, this your anthem. Might hold a ransom, chasing dollar bills, manhunt. Watch how I get down to get these bands up. You wasn't there, so you wouldn't understand, huh? And if you fed up like us, this your anthem. Might hold a ransom, like I'm not playing about this dough. Searching high, I'm searching low. Let me activate my pimp and smack you up just like a hoe. Put my paper in my handle, I'ma put you in a hole. Counting every breath, but I'm trying to count a lot of O's in my bank account. If not, I'ma lose control. Working overload, need all my pockets to explode. It's about stability. Nah, this ain't for the show. Leave the politics for them. We grab the bag, we out the door.
I'm not playing about this dough. I'm searching high, I'm searching low. Let me activate my paper and smack you up just like a hoe. Put my paper in my handle, I'ma put you in a hole. Counting every breath, but I'm trying to count a lot of O's in my bank account. If not, I'ma lose control.
Rich, you gotta think about it. At this point, this man was jumping around the stage, bro.
So to be honest, that's what I'm thinking. I'm imagining him performing this track. Right up.
Dollar bills, manhunt. Watch how I get down to get these bands up. You wasn't there, so you wouldn't understand, huh? And if you fed up like me, this your anthem. Might hold a ransom, chasing dollar bills.
Yo, the shit that I got in the vault is crazy. You losing your mind over this shit? Oh my god.
I had to let them know. God. You feel me? I had to let them know. And the thing is, you've shown me shit, unreleased shit since then, and we've talked about it. And I'm like, dog.
Brother,
I'm intrigued to know what your studio sessions be like, because I feel like those shits must be like.
It depends, because I'm somebody. Although my energy's high, I like to focus too.
Mm-hmm.
So
to the mic, brother.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Although my energy's high, I like to focus, so I can't always be that high energy because I want to deliver.
Yeah.
I can't be jumping around because I have to focus into speaking in the mic. Like you see what happens.
Yeah.
So if I'm I can't be in the studio like that. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying. Like but they're usually lit because I have good energy. It's always lit because I have good energy in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It might be Clockwise, Monavelli in there one day. The next time it might be Monavelli and Sheesh in there one day. It might be Sheesh and Clockwise. It might be it might be Nays. It might be Star. But I'm particular too. Not everybody's welcome in my sessions.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. Not everybody. And it's not personal. It's just I want energy that I want. And even then, even my people, if that's not where I'm at, my people can't even come into the sessions. And I'll just tell like, yo, Devo, like, yo, bro, today's one of those days, like, I just want to lock in. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we're paying for time, so sometimes it's like that. But first of all, shout out to the Sound Lab. That's home. They take care of me. They look out for me. I appreciate them. They invest in me. I invest in them, and I just appreciate everything that they do for me. You know what I'm saying? Like they're really solid over there. They're building it, elevating. No pun intended. But it's just shout out to them. I just want to say that first and foremost.
So let's go ahead and tell me about your relationship with Clockwise and how it translates into the music.
Okay, so I met Clockwise and I was rapping. An old mutual friend was having a listening party for a project he was dropping. And this is probably about 10 years now.
Damn.
10 years ago now. But the thing is, I met him. He showed me love. I showed him love. Like, this is before both of us had locks. Y'all couldn't even imagine. For real. Y'all couldn't even imagine. But this was a different time. So I was rapping in the basement. And I love to freestyle. Like, that's something I love doing. Like, actually coming off the top of the dome and freestyling. So I was doing that day. We were building. I would see him in passing. We didn't get close. We weren't close after that. Like, we weren't like I would see him. Rest in peace to D-Dro. Dro's World forever. A close friend of ours passed away. So, and that was D-Dro's. So D-Dro was basically like that. His lady is Kenzie's sister. You know what I'm saying? At the time, they were together during that happened. So every time we would have memorials for him and pay homage, we would basically just see each other and build. And then eventually what happened was, we just started building on our own accord. And then, that happened. But I would say, to be honest with you, we were cool then and we were building then, but we got close. I would say 2020 is when we actually we were locked in. Like, all right, this is my, yeah. Like,
what was the turning point for you guys to get you guys to lock in like that?
Think back to 2020.
I would say I moved back to Brockton. I wasn't living in Brockton for a while. I was my mom had moved back. My mom had lived out here. I was living in Boston. I was living with my girl at the time, my woman at the time. And so, I was always out there. He lived out there for a while too, but then he moved back home. We both ended up moving back home, but I moved back home, that year. And, so I would link with him, I would see him. Yeah. And so we would just be out here, and that's kind of how that started. And what happened was, honestly, Chest Clan started because we would link all the time. We'd be smoking in the whip, just vibing. And again, I'm always freestyling. I'm always rapping. The problem was we didn't have any original beats. We were always rapping on YouTube beats. That gets tiring.
And that has to change.
That has to change. And I'm like, and it's like, yo, we really sitting here dropping gems. We sitting here blacking in this car, and only this car is hearing it. That got to change. And he was like, yo, bro. One day he called me. He's like, yo, EyeFlo, I'm making beats. And I was like, word. He sent me the beat, and it's been on and popping ever since. And then I would say later on that year, around the same time is when I met Devo. Actually, I think that's kind of what like activated it, to be honest. Like we were linking. We had a studio session at the Sound Lab, and I know bro always flirted with the idea of making beats, but he never actually, he just didn't do it yet. So I remember we met Devo. We were building with Devo one day, and it was just crazy. And I remember one day, bro went to, I think he was just inspired. He went to the crib. He called me. He was like, yo, I got beats. And then, like I said, from then on, it's been popping. So that's how me and Clockwise really started building. I would say 2020, COVID. We weren't outside. You know what I'm saying? I was outside. I was traveling. I was living my life, baby. I was not gonna lie to you. I was out here doing it up. I ain't gonna hold you. Everybody else's world was on standstill. I was living my BS. I said BS, my BEST life. I was so excited about just thinking about all the shit I did. I couldn't even spell it right.
This nigga said who got COVID?
Bro.
He said who got?
Listen. Look, COVID was walking right past me, bro.
This nigga said COVID was the best year of my life. I don't know about y'all.
But you know what? It was also like one of the worst years of my life, though. That's why it became one of the best years of my life, because that was one of the worst years of my life for sure. sure. Because I had a lot happened that year.
Flipped a negative to a positive,
and it's all good.
I still look back and I ask myself what I did with all those checks.
I still ask myself. I don't even want to talk about that. Checks, oh my goodness! I wish I had that money now for studio time and budgeting, boy. Because the money I was getting,
I was busting down snow crab legs every other week.
Oh, must be nice. Yeah, man. Living your best life.
I was still working.
Facts.
I was slaving.
My man had a full-time job.
I was still working. I had a full-time job too. I had PTO.
Nah, I was working from home.
Nah, I was working. Hey, guess
on
what?
My back.
They said
guess who else was working from home?
They said no unemployment for you, nigga.
Guess who else was working from home? I was working from home, but I was taking care of that PTO. Yeah, I was out. But now 2020 is when me and bro linked up and we started really just figuring it out. And then 2021, early 2021 is when we started really like, all right, boom, let's get it going.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire, bro. And honestly, I've heard nothing but heat since, bro.
Facts.
Shit's dope. So it's been one of the biggest lessons you've learned since coming back and going full speed with everything. Biggest lessons that you've been taught.
Since, I mean, what do you mean, musically?
Because I think you said, was it 2020 when you really started getting back up in the music, or would you say you've always been active within the past?
Nah. So I would say 2020 is definitely what inspired that. So I had
for you to get active.
For you to, because I always did music, but on a serious tip, like actually investing in myself consistently, 2021 is when I really started, but 2020 is what inspired it. I lost two of my brothers. Rest in peace to Buddha. Rest in peace to Antoine. Mm-hmm. So, I lost them, and I'm like, damn. Life is real. Mind you, it's not the first time I dealt with loss. I lost a lot of homies over the years, for real. But when you lose your brothers, though, like people, like when you lose friends, and I'm sure people out there, some people can relate to this. When you lose friends, it's hard because you have to live with that. You know what I'm saying? You have to deal with that. You miss your friend. But when you lose somebody in your family, you go home to it.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
You see what I'm saying? It's different. Like it's a different type of like, damn. Now I'm feeling it for everybody. Yeah. I can't even just feel it for myself. I'm feeling it for everybody. We all had our own relationship with them, this, that, and the third, and you know what I'm saying? There's, so there's things like that. So anyway, so that's what so but 2021 was when that's what really got me active. Mm-hmm. I made a mixtape that year. It's called Might Be Stuck, and that's what inspired it. Just boom, just tired of losing people, and I'm like, shoot, you never know where I'm gonna go. I want people to hear me. I rap all the time. I love rap. I love this music. I'm passionate about it. If God forbid something happens to me anytime soon, at least people can hear this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They know this is what I'm doing. And even now, that's still my thing. I have a mission. I cannot stop. I actually got a reminder today, like, yo, I can't even waste time. Like, I as much as I work, I'm still wasting time. And I still got more to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's really, that's what got me to make music. 2021. 2020 is what inspired it, but 2021 is when it started.
Right, so now this became a two-part question. So from 2020 or 2021 to the present, right? First part question is, so like I said, what has been the biggest lesson that you've learned in that time?
Okay.
Like, because since you're fully independent, you had to get it all out on your own. So I know you learned a lot of shit on the way.
You have to invest in yourself, and you cannot wait for people to invest in you. People will invest in you the more you invest in yourself.
I feel that.
That's what you have to do. You cannot be an artist out here and think that because you have, like, yes, having support is valuable. Like I cannot wait until the support system I have, I can fully like just bow. But it's more so like having a support system is great. It's good. If you have support, embrace that. But invest in yourself. The more you do for yourself, the more you can do for them and they can do for you. You know what I'm saying? But you can't just be out here, like, I'm just gonna do this. No, you have to actually, people don't understand, like, videos cost money. Studio sessions cost money. And then if you want quality, it really costs money. You can record at your man's house. How's it gonna sound though? You know what I mean? So I think that's probably the biggest lesson I would say. That's probably the biggest lesson, investing in yourself. You have to invest in yourself and that comes from a place of believing in yourself. Because if you're not investing, you invest in things you believe in. You don't invest in something that you don't believe in.
Facts. Go and get it rather than waiting for someone to come get you.
Just because it's like, and even my connections, like and that's probably why, one of the reasons why people like and respect doing business with me, because I'm not like, I don't care how close we are and how much we build. I don't take it for granted, and I'm still gonna come with my own. Like, if you have something for me, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? But I have something to give you too. And if you don't need it, cool. But just know I had it. Like, I have whatever it is in the business sense. You know what I'm saying?
We don't need no
like,
handouts.
I don't.
I feel that.
I don't. Like, if you have an opportunity for me and you want to give it to me off the strength of my work ethic, I appreciate it. But just know I don't have a problem getting it, because that's what I have to do anyway. I
feel that.
The connections I have aren't getting me to where I want to be at this moment in time. It's not like anyone can just introduce me to Hove at this point in time. You see what I'm saying? I have to get everything from the mud, and I'm okay with that. So
you're choosing the dinner over the 500?
Nah. You're crazy. Nah, I'm taking that 500 because watch this. That 500 will get me the Hove.
I feel that.
That's facts.
That 500 will get me the Hove. Yeah, that 500. That 500 will get me the Hove. It might take a little longer, but it's cool.
I feel that.
So
wait, hold on.
Yeah, the second part. Yeah.
Second part of that question was just after hearing your story and just what you've gone through so far to get to this moment, how have you been able to remain positive throughout the entire journey? Because on the outside looking in, you do seem like a very reserved, positive person through it all. You feel me? Like I said, from the outside.
Yeah, nah. I'm an artist, so there's many sides to me, bro. Y'all are not gonna see every side, you know, and that's okay with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you what you need to see. I'm gonna show you who I am. This is me. This is one of my phases. This is like, you know, one of the phases of me. You know what I'm saying? One of just a component, a compartment of who I am. I have many layers. I have many compartments, many vaults, and it's a reach, you know. But I mean, what keeps me positive is like my man Dro. That's one of the things. I can't for him, like that was like he passed away in 2015, and I still feel it like right now. You know what I'm saying? So he's he believed in me. He believed in me before. This person y'all see right here, he saw it. He saw who I'm going to be. He saw it first. So I know, like, I have to keep going. I've had times where I would forget things like that. And I have to be the difference. I have to be the difference in my family. I have to be the difference maker. You know what I'm saying? One way or another, whether it's music, business, one way or another, I have to figure things out. I have to be the difference maker. You know what I'm saying? So I have different reasons. I have different batteries in my back, bro. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm able to stay positive, because if I dwell on what's made me feel pain, I'm not going to get nowhere. There's the quote, either you quit or you keep going. Both of them going to hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I might as well keep my attitude right about it. You know what I mean? Because if I keep going, but I'm dragging my feet, that's like, dang. It's just like, I don't want to be walking around like that.
Might as well keep your chin up.
Yeah, I gotta embrace that and learn and tap into who you are. Learn who you are. I'm still learning who I am, and the energy's about you. You know, if you're into astrology, learn your big three, learn your chart and all that. Really learn about yourself. It will help you figuring it out. It's not always sweet. You know, the more you learn about yourself, the uglier it gets. Looking in the mirror is not always like a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're a beautiful person. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really learn who you are. And for me, I keep a positive attitude, and I show love and I give love because I am love. That's what I feel in my body. So I can be positive. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what I've been through, I'll deal with that. I can deal with all the pain because I'm built for it. If I couldn't handle it, I wouldn't have been dealt with all the shit that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole life has been different for me. Like, even my eye, I had tough skin. I used to get made fun of. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a kid, I used to have to fight. You know what I'm saying? Certain things used to have to, they mold you, and it makes you aware of certain things, but it also gives you a sense of perspective and understanding. that somebody else might not have. So it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm positive. I know that my journey is divine. It's different. It's unique, and I'm not about to sit here and just be mad all the time. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna be all right. I know I'm gonna be all right. I'm not tripping.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Nah, that was dope.
May I actually,
that was very introspective.
May I actually ask about your eye?
Yeah.
Were you born with it, or did it happen along the way?
Nope, I was born like this. This is why like it's not, I won't say it's written, but it's a line. You know what I'm saying? Like fun fact, I was born this way. I'm 1994, so I'll be 29. Actually, my birthday's a week from today. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be 29. I was born this way.
By the time this come out, happy birthday, EyeFlo.
Yo, word.
Facts.
Appreciate y'all.
Happy birthday, EyeFlo.
Facts, yo. So, I was born this way. I was a year and a half. And mother actually had surgery. You know, she got some of the finest, the doctors, not she personally, but some of the finest doctors from Germany flew out to come and study my eye, because what I have is very rare. It's a case of 4 different medical conditions. I can't recall the terminology for all 4. One of them's like third nerve palsy, just bismuth or something. I'm not an ophthalmologist, so I don't know.
Yeah,
you know
I'm
what
certainly
I mean?
not qualified.
But long story short, there are 4 medical conditions in which I do have in my eyes, and we tried to have surgery to straighten it out. At a year and a half, at 18 months. Gradually, my eye came back to how it is now. And the older I became, the more I realized that was God saying, don't play with my work. The universe saying, don't play with me. Because even now, I won't have surgery now. I won't have surgery. Like, that's not something I want. I plan on ever having to do that. Not that I need it. I don't need it, but that's just not something I have to, I would ever do. So my eye, yes, I was born this way. It's something that, it's just natural. Neither one of my parents have any, it's not genetic. I don't believe I'll pass this on to my children. It wasn't passed on to me. It was just, and my parents were on drugs when they had me. You know what I mean? So it's just God's doing.
I love that you fully embrace it though.
I have
it's
to.
part of your name. It's part of your character.
I have to.
Even when you text, I'm like, damn. I wonder how long it took him to condition himself. When he texts, he replaces the letter I with the word I.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
so when he says like, yo, he's like, yo, I'm going somewhere. It'll be IEYE apostrophe M.
But that's also
like
an awakened thing. Like, that's also, I see a lot of people who are tapped into spirituality spell I that way. So I can't say, I think I started doing it, and ironically enough, I started seeing it. Not like people, like I started seeing not people that I know, but like, pages from people who are far away into all of that. I see them spelling it that way. So that's, but yep, I definitely do that. And I guarantee the people around me, whoever does do it, they got it from your boy. Holla at us.
If I ever see like a random number, just like text me that, I'm like, oh, it's Flo.
Oh, they know EyeFlo.
I was like, oh, it's Flo.
Oh no, they know EyeFlo. They cool with EyeFlo.
So we know you're on this journey right now. You just explained to us how we got here. But I want to know, what's your end goal for MC EyeFlo? What are you trying to? Actually, I feel like we know what you're trying to prove. But yeah, what is your end goal? Where you want to be when you're done with all of this?
You feel me? When it's all said and done, is what you want your kids to know.
I want my kids to know that it took me time to figure it out, but I figured it out. And then I secured it. I don't plan on getting it to lose it. I'll plan on getting it to keep it.
Okay.
And that's what I want my kids to know. I want them to understand how important that is. Cause you can be, I don't plan on having 15 minutes of fame. When I get on, I'm on.
So you're looking for generational wealth, pretty much.
Absolutely. And regardless of whether, like I said, I believe in myself musically, but I'm not going to count on just one aspect of revenue.
Multiple
you know what I'm
streams of
saying?
income.
So however I can get to it, I'm going to get to it. And I want my kids to know that you're going to fail, but it's cool. It might take you some time to figure it out, but it's cool. Things are going to hit you. Like when I lost people, that used to like throw me off balance. He'd like, bow, you know what I'm saying? Like after my brothers passed, it kind of centered me. It kind of built me. It made me numb in a way, which is, I won't say it desensitized me, but I just became like, I feel things more, but I'm also okay with a lot of shit just because I know this is life, yo. Like it's gonna keep happening. The more I live, the more I'm gonna see those things. Yeah. So that's what made me like, okay, cool. But I want my kids to know that you can, as long as you have to work though, figure it out. Don't wait for anybody to figure things out for you.
Facts.
So let me do a bulletin. Let me start over. I'm gonna say I'll try to be very sharp. 5 points. Don't wait for anybody to figure things out for you. Time does not revolve or wait for you. You have to make use of your time. I want my kids to know that it's okay to fail, because failing means you're going to figure it out, but you have to keep going.
Exactly.
I want my kids to know that building a foundation, your own foundation, is essential. Like that's why, like there's EyeFlo, there's Chess Clan, but I have to have my own brand too. Just like Clockwise has his own brand. You know what I'm saying? We all have to have our own. You know what I'm saying? I'm not relying on anybody. I go to the Sound Lab. I'm not looking to jump on anybody's wave. I'm creating my own wave, and I'm networking and building because I am my own wave, and I can build with y'all because I have something to bring to the table, like I mentioned earlier.
Yes, sir.
So again, having your own foundation, being independent and being an asset is valuable. And I would say the last thing, I mean, really, I want my kids to know is about me. I mean, shoot, it's gonna be a lot more about me, but as far as like just valuable points, those 4 things, I'll say the 5th one, money is important, but it's not everything. And it's, I know it sounds crazy because you need money for everything, but yo, listen, peace. And a lot of times, yeah, money's gonna bring you peace, ironically enough, but not always. You know what I'm saying? So just learning the balance between, you know what? That's what is the 5th point. The 5th point is learning the balance between profit and peace.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
I love that. 2 points I want to add to what you said, that because I fully agree with everything that you said. 2 things I wanted to add when you talked about failure. I tell this to people all the time, whether they're a creative, an entrepreneur, or just anyone trying to get their dreams off. You feel me? I tell people all the time, you only truly fail once you give up. You feel me? Because like you said, time doesn't revolve around you or wait for you, but it is there. You feel me? Time, but it's there.
Yeah.
So, you know, you may fall a couple of times, but as long as you continue to make that conscious choice every time to get back up, you'll never truly fail.
Never.
You feel me?
Never.
Everyone's time will come to them. You just got to be patient. That's one thing. And a second thing that I took away from what you said when it comes to like money comes and goes, that's another thing I had to learn. Because I feel like, you know, everybody out there who's getting it out the mud for themselves, whatever you strive to do with your finances, like I was at one point when I was just like, the cash flow that was coming in was just so crazy. And I had like certain ideas and like things that I wanted to do. So I would just be a workaholic and just save, keep everything in the tuck, save, you know? And then I would blink and then the summer was gone. You feel me? Because I was hustling. It took me a while to be like, yo, having this money is great. It's cool. But yo, I just wasted my whole summer trying to get this money. I didn't even really take the time to enjoy this money. You feel me? Like I'm gonna die at one point, and who knows, I might die and my bread will sit in the bank, but what did I do with it? I just kind of let it sit. So like once I learned that, bro, I really took it into perspective and I took the shit back, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna die. Money's really gonna come and go. At some point, I believe physical money is gonna be non-existent. Everything's gonna be digital at one point in the future. Physical money is not going to be a thing. But I'm like, yo, at one point, while this is here, I'm definitely going to enjoy it while it's there. It's going to come and it's going to go. So while I have it present, I'm going to make use of and actually enjoy my life. And that's when, that's when I met my dog Rich in college. And then, niggas would see me go at concerts all the time. Because like how you said, when you said like, yo, you might not know a lot of shit, but what you do know is like music. I'm like the same way, where like I get joy off of music, like pure joy off of me. If I'm in the environment, it just makes me happy no matter what I'm going through. So like once I really took the time to understand that, I was like, I bet I'm still a workaholic. My work ethic is still through the roof, but I still take those times and break to take a step back and actually enjoy the work that I've been putting in. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the two things that I took away from what you said.
Yeah, that's real, man. I mean, there's gonna be a whole lot, like with me. Like I said, there's a lot of dimensions with me. So as far as my kids knowing that, I'm gonna do my best. If hopefully I'm alive for their whole lives to tell them how I am, and they can see it for themselves. But so it's hard for me to put things in a nutshell. Like I said, I'm an experience. I can sit here and talk. Talking is cool. I'm articulate. I love words. I like, I'm great with them. But I'd rather just show you. I'd rather emphasize why I am the way I am and why I talk the way I talk, boy. Because
I feel you.
Actions speak louder than words.
Big facts. Big facts.
And that's what the thing. Like, as artists, and we're good with our words. So like, if you're gonna be around an artist, you have to be like very proactive. We're good with our words. Like, I don't need anybody around me who's good with their words, like, and not good with their action. You know what I'm saying? Like, be good with your action just as, well, just the same way you are with your words.
Make sure your actions match up with.
You know what I mean?
Please.
Yeah. At the end of the day, say what you mean what you say. But it's just like, it's just it has to make sense. You're speaking to, like, we literally take the time to write things. And you know what the problem is? There's a lot of artists who make trash music, I'll just say it. So, people be dealing with dummies and think that you can deal with everyone the same way. You can't. Get it right. But anyway.
Get it right. All right. What's it called? Bet. So that's been fire. Honestly, I think you dropped multiple gems in this episode.
You dropped multiple reality checks without even realizing.
You feel me? Like we have a young audience. So when I bring artists onto the platform, and these artists have the time and experience that they do with this, I do just like them to share gems with the young listeners who are also trying to figure it out for themselves, or two may want to take that step but just don't know where to begin.
That makes sense.
You feel me? So that's why I love when I do bring up artists here, I bring up artists who did their time. So they did it so they can tell you maybe the better routes to take, since they already went through the roadblocks that they needed to. So
don't wait.
You feel me?
One thing I'm gonna say is I didn't realize, like, I didn't utilize my time always. I didn't always understand how essential it was to utilize my time. Like, this drive that I have now, I could have had it at 22 or 23. Now, granted, I wouldn't have had the experience and the life lessons. So it is what it is. I'm not mad. But just the intent, the intention to move in the direction that I'm moving in. If I would have made my time more useful and moved more purposeful, then I would be further than where I am now. And again, like I said, that's just for anyone out there. I'm okay with where I'm at now. I had to make peace with, like, how my life played out. It is what it is. Like, you can't go back and do anything. But just understand that for people who are young, like I said, I'm about to be 29. You're watching this, if you're between 18 and 22, figure it out now. Like, now, whatever it is you want to do, whether it's music, whether it's makeup, whether it's cooking, whether it's science, whatever it is you really want to do, figure it out. Like, figure out your passion, and figure out, like, how you can make that, like, your day-to-day. Or if it's just a hobby or a pastime, if it's not something you want to rely on, figure out how you can utilize your time enough to get attention from that. And then maybe it will make you money. You know what I'm saying? So just figure it out. And if you're beyond 22, dog, like, figure it out. Like, now,
you have to
figure it out.
Yeah.
Because the older you get, like 23, 24, like, you're not anyone's, like, you're always going to be your parents and your family's baby. But to the world, like, you just like everybody else. Figure it out. Get it together. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that needs to be emphasized. Take the time to do it and figure it out. But don't think you just have the time. Take the time. Don't think you have the time.
See, I feel that I feel that 100%. And honestly, the older that I get, I start to realize how really pivotal that period after graduating high school was. You feel me? Like, they tell you, yo, you have your whole life to do whatever you like want to do it. Like, you have time to do it, which is true. You do have mad time to figure out what you want to do. But it's literally that period right after graduation when you make that decision of what you're about to do. Because literally after high school, depending on what type of home you grew up in, after high school is really when you have free range to start moving how you want to move in life. And the older that I get, the more that I start to understand how really pivotal that era was. You feel me?
Sets the foundation for what you do for the rest of your life too.
You feel me? Like, depending on whatever decision I made at that time, this whole podcast might have never happened. Because I would have never met you. I would have never met you.
You would have met me.
If I didn't choose the college route, who knows? You feel me? That's why I said that era was so pivotal. You feel me? Because I had to figure, they expected me at 18, 17. All right, bro, you outside. What you about to do? And literally that point moving forward just sets up everything that you're going to do later on. Literally, the older that I get, I'm really realizing that, like, damn, you know, I'm 26 and shout out to the decisions that I made, I'm rocking, but I'm like, yeah, they really expected me at 17 and 18 to have it figured out.
Yeah, excuse me. Yep. They were supposed to,
shit.
Like, yep, here, you're good now.
Yeah, go out there.
Go ahead.
Facts.
And definitely what you guys said, but definitely just take advantage of that time too, because the age of 18 and 22, you, like you said, your parents still gonna look at you like you're a little kid. People still look at you as little kids. I look at 18, 22-year-olds like, damn, you're a baby. You know what I mean? So those
we hated that when we
exactly
when we were that age.
But that's the time.
And
that's
you can't
the time,
stand it, but it's true.
That's the time you're supposed to make those
now.
mistakes, though. You know what I mean? Because you can get away with those mistakes. It's not gonna affect your life too much.
Yeah.
As you get older, you got more responsibilities. You got people depending on you. You got things you got to pay for. You can't take as many risks because if they don't fall up, if they don't work out, your life might fuck up. You know what I mean? So 18 to 22, definitely what he said. If you're in that age range, definitely this is the time to take those chances and to bet on yourself. Because if you're not going to do it now, chances are you really aren't going to do it in the future. You know what I mean? When you got all this extra responsibility on you and you got all these other things in the back of your mind. So.
And if you're not stacking... And if you're not stacking while not having to pay rent, I'm sorry, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. One more thing, too. Also, yo, listen, word is born for real on dogs. Listen, okay? Don't move in with somebody. If you're going to live with somebody, then live with somebody. If you're going to live with somebody, both names on the lease.
Oh.
Yeah, or the mortgage, however y'all operating. But do not move in with somebody. Woman, don't move in with no man. Man, don't move in with no women. They, them, everybody, to their respective, titles and everything. Don't move in with anybody.
Don't move into their spot. Get a new spot together.
Exactly. And get a spot together. You know what I'm saying? Or if you want to move into that spot, you know what you do? Have them throw your name on the lease. Telling you. So that's one thing as young people. Yo, cause I was young, boy, and I had a lot to figure out, and things happen how they're supposed to happen. It's all alignment. But there's certain things that had I had the real game and wisdom on, like why? Like people will tell you like, yo, don't do it, but tell me why. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't tell you why. They tell you the what's, not the whys. And nah, that's why. Cause when shit hits the fan, yo, get out my house. You really can't do too much there.
Bro, I understand why, but I really think it's fucked up that dudes have to be the one to leave the crib.
Even if it's not always dudes, bro. And this is where I'm one of those people, like everything is equal. I mean, not everything is not equal, but it is what it is, bro. Like, and this is gonna sound crazy, right? I know what I'm about to say is about to sound bad crazy. A threesome is a threesome. Whether it's two dudes and a chick or two girls and a dude, a threesome is a threesome. So shit can go both ways. Like I've seen women move in with men.
I'm fucking with you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've seen women move, and guess what? You know what happens when they acting up?
Get out my house.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. And men be having to leave too. That's usually when there's kids involved. Usually it has to be the men when there's kids involved. You know what I'm saying? But
I get it. Like I said, I get it. I just hate it so much. Like
but we live. It's where we live too.
Like,
we live in. My man told me he calls it Mamachusetts.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Reality. You know what I'm saying? My man K Book, he was like, yo, Massachusetts is Massachusetts. For real. So yeah, but anyway.
I feel that.
Just dropped some gems for y'all.
Facts. I feel like we dropped like a bunch of reality
I'm done
checks.
Giving gems. What's up? What I'm about to get ratchet. What's up?
Nah, don't do that. I'm just fucking with you.
Nah, I ain't gonna
we dropped a lot of reality checks, but this is finally the actual reality check segment. So are you familiar with reality checks, Flo?
Words of wisdom.
So pretty much, right? Reality checks are our closing remarks. It's our last food for thought moment with the audience. So we pretty much just do what we've been doing this entire episode, but we kind of focus.
Sum it up.
You feel me? So it normally starts with Rich, and then it comes down to me. It's just closing remarks. Any last words of wisdom we want to leave with the people. So yeah, we'll go ahead and start with Rich. Work our way down to me.
I mean, this doesn't really tie into what we've been talking about.
That's fine.
Towards the episode, but it's just something I've had on my mind all day. And my reality check for the people are: repeating yourself more than twice is a form of disrespect to yourself. You shouldn't have to repeat yourself to people in order to get your point across. If people respected you, if people cared about you the way they did, if people meant what they said, then you shouldn't have to go that way and repeat yourself in basically insanity. You know what I mean? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. That's what repeating yourself is. Mm-hmm. So that's my reality check for you guys. If you got to repeat yourself more than twice, that's a sign of disrespect, and you need to check the people around you that are making you feel like you're being disrespected.
Okay. That was very solid and valuable. Shoot. I'm going to make this quick. I'm going to use a quote. My man El Basham, he told me this. He said, my mother used to always say, yo, but Ma, I don't want to do this right now. I don't want to do this right now. Can I wait? And he said what his mother would say in response is, wait broke the wagon down.
Oh.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nah,
that's how it hit me too.
Yeah.
That's how it hit me too.
Goes over your head.
Yeah. Wait, WAIT.
Yeah.
Broke the wagon down. You know what I'm saying? But basically, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, like waiting will fuck things up for you. Waiting will mess things up for you. If you're gonna attack something, make the plan and strategically move on it, but don't continuously wait. And again, that goes into just, time. So wait broke the wagon down. I think that's a reality check. So, don't procrastinate too much. It's good to take time and make sure things are done thoroughly. That's always solid. But don't wait and don't procrastinate.
All right. And then for my reality check, right? My reality check is pretty much similar to what I said the last episode. Last time I said take everything with a grain of salt. This time I'm gonna tell the listeners to really ignore all outside opinions, bro. Like, I've been embarked on a new journey. You feel me? I got different things that I'm taking part in, and honestly, a lot of people got shit to say about it, but it's like most of these people don't really know me. Like, none of these people know me, so a lot of people have their opinions. They see where things may fail, or they just really where shit might fail, and I'm just like listening to all of it from the outside, and I'm like, yo, these are a bunch of opinions about people who have no idea or anything about me. You feel me? So it's like, I don't take any of that shit seriously, because I'm just like, yo, bro, niggas is just talking because they want to talk, but they don't really know anything at the end of the day. But I know that I have built like a good security system within myself, that I'm able to, not listen to that outside noise and not let it affect whatever I got going on. But I know with other people it may be difficult. So that's why I just want to go ahead and spread that to the listeners. Don't really listen to outside opinions. I feel like it takes people time to get it. I feel like everybody has their own opinion. Nobody likes what they don't understand. And when you are able to formulate shit in a way that they do understand, then they're like, oh, okay, I didn't get it before, but now I see it. So you pretty much just gotta ignore people until they get it. Yo. That is like, that took me some time to understand. Like, you know, many people have opinions on how we run this show, how artists release their music, how they even write their music. And honestly, if you listen to all of that outside noise, it may fuck up with your it may fuck up your creativity. Sure, it may fuck up your artistry.
It will.
You know, so sometimes artistic risk, that's a thing. You feel me? And you just gotta know to listen to your gut and do what you intended on doing. And trust me, later on, they're gonna come back and then be like, oh, okay, I didn't get it before, but I see the vision now. So that's why I say, till then, just don't listen to that outside noise.
Yo, you just made me think of a Nas bar. He said, people fear what they don't understand, hate what they can't conquer. Guess it's just a story of your man. Like,
you feel me?
For real.
You feel me? Exactly. All right. Flo, I want to say thank you so much for popping out, bro.
Thank you, my brother. Appreciate
I said we were going to make this happen, and I'm happy we were able to, because I'm pretty sure the audience appreciated a lot of things that you said tonight, bro.
It's a great episode.
Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for supporting the brothers, man. Keep supporting them. Keep tuning in. Tell your people about the Urban Product Podcast, man. Get familiar. Make sure you listen to MC EyeFlo, EYEFLO. You can follow me, EYEFLO_official. You know what I'm saying? Get familiar. Listen to Chess Clan. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of shit dropping, man. It's about to get crazy. I actually have a video dropping. Well, by the time y'all see this, it's already gonna be out, man. Me and my bro Devo the Genius, man. Shout out to the God. You know, man, we got some shit in the works. I'm working, man. It's about to be a very active year. You know, when I'm silent, just know I'm not silent. You know what I'm saying? And I've been real silent lately.
Hey, you feel me? And he told you where you can find him. He gave you his socials. So look up the music, run the streams up, and let's keep this family strong. You feel me?
Yeah, man.
So you've been listening to The Urban Product. It's been your boy DME.
It's been your boy Cozy Rich.
The facilitator, MC EyeFlo.
You feel me? And now go ahead, my dog. Introduce the people to this record that you got coming out.
Okay, Word is Born. So this is 9/7. You know what I'm saying? Bop. MC EyeFlo, produced by Devo the Genius, mixed by Devo the Genius. You know what I'm saying? We out here, the system. Let's get it going.
Everybody have a wonderful night. Be easy out there.
Love.
They listen, these are podium flows. No tissues on the block, just that blow through your nose. First you control the mind, then the body you go. Thinking they spit the heat, I arrive, they get froze. Naturally I'm charged up, it's like a vitamin dose. Yo, I bow to a goddess, I'll karate your hoe. Speech competitions, then B&E's with my bro. Clocking in the work, then making plays from the goal. Mine's them, been on road, check my resume. This ain't nothing new, shit be all too familiar. Live from the shoot, it's the rhyming flow thriller. Looking at my crew, you see all go-getters. Paradigm of shit in the universe is with us. Down for a second, the momentum is picked up. Signs throwing up, nasty lyrics tend to spit up. Whack rappers struggle to get it out, they hiccup. East to west coast, if the weed is good, we don't hesitate. First we roll, then we smoke that shit up. Heavy is the head with the crowd, yet and still I manage and proceed to lift that shit up. Been true to this before the media was social. Had to package the product, prepare to go postal. Now I'm back spazzing like a spasm in your spine. Target on your mental, I'm prepared to blow your mind like I'm supposed to. Endless top tier, first I scout, then I scope you. This ain't card, I slay frogs. I'm Prince Charm, arm, leg, arm, head. Born guard, sucker free, aka anti-fraud. Nothing like the Lost Boys, you boys just lost. Yo, fuck it, cry 2 tears in a bucket. New or old school like Glocks and muskets. Though disgusting, paper touching what we doing now. But trust it, we came from struggling. Watching Ricky every day, we hustling. Taking risks, card shuffling. Spirit summoning, thought juggling. Presence troubling. But opposing forces can't figure me out, to them it's puzzling. Cause they've been running with that other shit. Chess clan under construction, we deconstruction with. Recognize who the fuck you fucking with. This the real government. DJ Kratz, MC Publicans. Front page news, go and publish it. Taking rappers' notebooks with other myths, just so I can rubbish it. The bar is high, I understand that they under it. Lost feeling, find me, you'll rediscover it. Exposing the sheet of lies from rappers every day, I uncover shit. For instance, our empire building, yours crumbling. I'm done with this, nigga. Dogs, nigga, it's mass mode. The system. Chess Clan UK. Know what's up, nigga. Power.